In this episode, we're going to review what I call boat bags. These are throw bags that just clip in your boat somewhere, whether it's to a D-ring or somewhere in your raft, or you hang it off your frame tube. That's what they are. I'm going to go from my least favorite to most favorite. They're all pretty good, but I have things I like and don't like, and you'll see as I go through these. First of all, this is just a classic design throw bag. A little dangly thing here with a knot at the end that kind of dangles off. A little clippy thing. This is actually kind of nice because it puts the clip, like there's not a big clip over the top. You can kind of clip it onto something. The only thing is this buckle's going to hit a bar if you put it on a bar and break the bar. And just like, big thick rope, probably 70 feet or something. One of these openings, this one's pretty old, so it's hard to actually close. So you couldn't keep the rope in. So as it got older, it kind of got worse. That's why it's my least favorite. Just like the classic old design, nothing special. Next up is the NRS Rescue Pro. Same thing. This is one of my least favorite bags of all time. The clippy thing over the top. So you can hang it from a bar. The buckle's not hitting it. It comes with, these are actually attached when you buy it. I have to unattach them. It's 75 feet of really good rescue rope. So I would call this more like rescue rope in a bag. I'm not really calling this a throw bag anymore. It is so much bag to throw. You really can't throw underhand. Most people can barely throw it underhand. It's a lot of bag. And the rope is just, there's so much extra space in this floppy bag. So I'm not a big fan. This one's pretty mediocre. Only slightly better is this one, the Pro Compact. It's thinner rope, which makes it smaller, lighter. You can throw it overhand. It's 70 feet. It's more manageable, but the rope isn't as good. But again, same antiquated design, clip over the top, little drawstring closure that is not awesome. That's going to get old over time, and a little dangle at the bottom. The rest of these are a bit more modern. This is one I just came across and made by Whitewater Designs. It has this roll top closure that's innovative. It's okay. It's really easy to stuff because there's a huge opening, and then you just roll it down and clip it back together. This is, I think, intended as a waist belt, but it would be a pretty good boat bag. It also has what I really like, which is just a loop of rope you can attach to now. You don't have a big dangle. Remember, these ones have these dangles. I think this is just old news. Newer bag manufacturers just do this in the bottom of their bags, which is super smart. It doesn't throw great overhand, and it's a little floppy as an underhand. It doesn't throw great because of all this material just flapping in the wind. And it's only 55 feet of good, it looks like good rope, but yeah, it's okay. I don't love it. Nowhere great attached to a raft. And so I think it's intended as a waist belt, but if you can figure out how to attach it to your raft, maybe clip, I don't know, locking carabiner onto that might work. Next up, Oregon River Gear. Similar thing, has the modern closure down here. Has the closure I like up top. Has the little thing around the top. They should have put more Velcro. This is barely is going to hold. I've had it come undone before. But a little bit more rope. I can't remember how much this one has. Good quality rope. Throws nicely. You can kind of throw overhand. It's packed in tight. It's a good bag. It just has nowhere to attach to a raft. You kind of have to attach. I don't know how they expect people to attach this to anything. That's the big downside. Maybe this is not. Maybe I put it ahead of itself because there's nowhere to attach it except by. So there's not enough of this Velcro thing to close it here. By this, you could clip it on like that, which might work. But this isn't that strong because there's not enough Velcro around. So the rope could just come out if it's upside down. So it's okay. Next, the Salamander. I've used this a ton. I like it's a little thinner rope and it's packed in really well. And the diameter allows me to throw a really nice overhand. It's a pretty good bag. It has all kinds of extra things I had to cut off that were dangerous entrapments, potentially dangerous entrapments. But yeah, it's okay. I don't love it anymore. It has a really unique closure, this little metal spring thingy that I had open on me, so I'm not 100% sold, but it's pretty cool. This high side waist belt bag also makes a nice little 50-foot boat bag. The rope is fun to handle. And you could probably clip this onto something somehow. I'm not sure. All right, these are the ones I really like. These ones are all okay, whatever. These are the ones I like. This Coca-Tap bag was made for kayaking. It has a waist belt attachment, so I should have actually reviewed this in the last waist belt one, but I don't think of this as a waist belt. This is just a sweet throw bag. This right here can hang off of a frame, can attach to your raft. It's 70 feet of rope. It's Spectra. It's not the thickest rope. You're not going to probably pull a wrap off with it. But man, I am so accurate with this thing. It is so well designed. The rope packs in here really well. I'm a massive fan of this throw bag. I have a few of these. I use them all the time. The one thing I don't like is these little dangles here at the end come off. I've seen a lot of them come off. and it's hard to fix. The rope gets pulled through, and you're going to spend half an hour shoving it back through. I wish they'd fix that on these bags. But, I mean, this is one of my favorite bags out there. Again, it can be a waist belt, but it's so floppy as a waist belt, I don't count it as one. And this is my go-to kayak bag. Next up, River Station. They're doing some cool stuff. This is their big 70-foot bag for your big, like, rescue rope. This is the way to go. So I like this one a lot. They basically took, like, the classic design, did a loop at the bottom, put the buckle on the side, so if it can hang from a frame, and the buckle's not hitting the frame. They could put the buckle lower, which would be cool. Some things I don't, and I love the material. I just love it. I love just the vibe. It's just a sweet bag. This is bungee, which I think was a mistake. So not bad. It's a pretty cool bag. It's a cool rope. I'm not sure if this is real rescue rope or not. I hope it is. But the one thing I don't like about it, and they maybe don't know this, is the way the rope is threaded through here. I can't pull it out, but if you pull, it's not knotted on itself. It's just like stopper knots through some grommets. So I would knot this to itself before you actually use it in the field. You could pull really hard and just rip this out. So they didn't think that through really well, but you can just go through and fix your knot there. This one's pretty cool. I just got this one. This is from Soul Gear out of Moab. It's, again, a classic bag. It can hang from a frame. If you pull it tight, though, that buckle is going to hit on the metal frame and potentially break. So I wish these buckles could attach down here and be more here. That'd be a little bit better. Kind of like the Kokatap bag, which attaches down there. Then you get the buckle down a little bit lower. Anyway, it's all mesh, which is kind of cool. Like, why not have it be all mesh? And I guess it's like really strong mesh. It throws okay overhand. The diameter is a little bit big for an overhand throw, but it's doable. It has the classic design where you do the whole thing and open it like that, which is fine. It's antiquated. This is fixable. But it has this, which I think is huge. There's a knot tied in there, which is the correct way to do it. Sweet bag. I'm a big fan. It's pretty cool, simple. Yeah, great rope, some blue water sure grip rope. My favorite, though, of all these is this River Station, the 60-footer. I really like this diameter. I'm an overhand thrower now, and so I throw it like a football a lot. And so I like something I can grab and just zip to somebody. You know, the old underhands work fine, but I've been throwing so much lately and practicing. It throws really well. This one, there's not enough. The tomahawk is really sweet. You kind of can. The tomahawk is where you grab a little bit of rope or a little bit of the bag like this, and you zing it, and it throws really well. And so that's why I like a little bit more closure up here in the wraparound thingy I saw earlier. But a solid bag. Let's see if this one has that same knot problem inside. I gotta fix these while I'm here. They may not have knotted this one correctly. This one is actually a loop in there, so this one's fine. It was the other one that's not a loop, so you'll want to fix the other one. And looks like they used a figure 8 in there, so good choice or not. But this is kind of my go-to one. 60 feet, good rope, throws well. But I think there's a lot of room for improvement. I think these two are solid. They're really good. I think there's things we could do to make them a little bit better, to like hang off frames better, to be just the right size, to throw them overhand a little bit better. There's some room for improvement. So those are my thoughts of rope bags. If you have your own experience, your own opinions, or your own fact, these were opinions. This was all opinion. So if you have fact, throw facts down in the comments. If you have questions, whatever, some other bag I haven't used, you're going to say, well, check out this bag. Cool, I'll probably end up buying it and trying it out. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.